because you are.
I am
Okay.
too.
You are
Why is
too.
she laughing
Tani
so
too.
much?
Yes, Tani. Tani, yes, because I do call your Papa Bhaiya, Kapil Bhaiya.
सही है।
So from that angle, yes, Tani would be my niece, of course.
Okay.
Hmm. Okay. ये तुम लोगों ने अच्छा करा है। कल खुशी ने मुझे बोला आई एम हर फादर्स एज। ठीक है, तो अच्छा है, सही है, ठीक है। इंसल्ट करने का एक भी एक तरीका है। आई अंडरस्टैंड, ठीक है।
I think
Yesterday,
that's just a genuine compliment.
Yeah, it's a genuine
Yeah,
compliment.
yeah.
That know how old you are and be in your place. Yeah, I understand. That's nice. Good. I get it. Okay. All right, everybody. Let's continue. मैं
something.
अपने क्लास का नाम चेंज करूंगा, इंग्लिश विद अंकल विनय।
Uncle Vinay. No, I never call you uncle. Despite the fact that I am your niece, I never ever call you uncle. Or did
Right.
I?
Yeah, no, you haven't.
Yeah, I just
That
call
will
you
be
Vinay,
Continue.
not even sir.
yes, that will be appropriate now. Is there somebody there? No.
Okay.
Okay. So let's talk about it again. लाखों फोन हर साल डिस्कार्ड कर दिए जाते हैं। डिस्कार्ड करना मतलब पता है ना आपको? छोड़ दिया जाता है, हटाओ, ये खत्म हो गया, हटा, देखो इसको। लाखों फोन हर साल डिस्कार्ड कर दिए जाते हैं ना। कौन करता है डिस्कार्ड? लोग करते हैं। तो अगर
No.
लोग से स्टार्ट करोगे, पीपल डिस्कार्ड, इजी। लेकिन जब फोन को पहले लाओगे तो कैसे बोलोगे? बी डिस्कार्डेड। क्या बोलना पड़ेगा? बी
Be
डिस्कार्डेड।
discarded.
ओके। अब आप कैसे बोलेंगे? चाहते हैं कि कर दिए जाते हैं एवरी ईयर, राइट? तो ऑब्वियसली यू विल से millions of phones, millions of phones
So,
are आर बोलना है, रुक जाइए, रुक जाइए, रुक जाइए।
um,
डिस्कार्डेड का प्रेजेंट फॉर्म क्या होता है? ये जो आर आ रहा है बच्चों, वो कहां से आ रहा है? ये बी का प्रेजेंट फॉर्म है। बी का प्रेजेंट फॉर्म इज एम आर। मिलियंस ऑफ फोन्स आर डिस्कार्डेड एवरी ईयर। लेकिन अगर मैं कहूं लाखों फोन बनाए जा रहे हैं, बनाए जा रहे हैं, अभी सुनिएगा, मिलियंस ऑफ फोन्स। अब ये जो आर आ रहा है, ये बी वर्ब का ये आर नहीं है। प्रेजेंट कंटिन्यूअस में इज एम आर होता था ना, वो वाला है यहाँ पे। मिलियंस ऑफ फोन्स आर, उसके बाद वी फोर चाहिए। बी डिस्कार्ड, बी बिल्ट, बी मैन्युफैक्चर्ड, बी मैन्युफैक्चर्ड। अब बी मैन्युफैक्चर्ड का फोर्थ फॉर्म लाइए, फॉर्म लाइए। Millions of phones are being manufactured currently. Okay. ज्यादातर फोन्स अभी अभी भारत में बनाए जा रहे हैं, अगर ऐसा मुझे बोलना है, बनाए जा रहे हैं। तो आपके दिमाग में क्लैरिटी होनी चाहिए किस चीज की? टेंस की। ये टेंस में एक हेल्पिंग वर्ब इज एम आर है कंटिन्यूअस में, फिर भी फोर है, राइट? तो खुशी, व्हाई डिड यू गो ऑफ कैमरा? Aisha, when electricity comes back, please be on camera, beta, because it's necessary. Okay.
For me too?
Uh, it's up to you, Palak. Vikas. Well, because I would like to see your facial reactions when I'm talking about these things. प्रॉब्लम कहाँ होगी? वो बी डन को वर्ब के तौर पे एक्सेप्ट करना। बी डन आपका मेन वर्ब है, उसी को चेंज करते रहना है। बी डू वर्ब नहीं रहा अब। सारे वर्ब डू थे ना अब तक। सिंग डू, ईट डू, समझ रहे? लेकिन अब वो डू से बी डन हो गया, सिंग से बी सांग, ईट से बी ईटन। मैं एक सेंटेंस बनाता हूं आपके लिए। हमारे क्लास में ज्यादातर इंग्लिश ही बोली जाती है, इंग्लिश ही बोली जाती है। तो कौन बोलता है? लोग बोलते हैं, वो एक्टिव हो जाएगा। पीपल स्पीक, स्टूडेंट स्पीक इंग्लिश, इजी। बट हटा दिया, डूअर हटा, इंग्लिश बोली जाती है। तो इंग्लिश इज अ सब्जेक्ट नाउ, जो अभी ऑब्जेक्ट था। अब वो स्पीक नहीं रहा, वर्ब। वर्ब क्या बना?
Be
बी
spoken.
स्पोकन। तो आपका सेंटेंस होगा, इन आवर क्लास मेनली इंग्लिश इज स्पोकन।
English is spoken.
इन आवर क्लास इंग्लिश इज स्पोकन मेनली, राइट? इंग्लिश इज स्पोकन कहां से आया? बी स्पोकन का प्रेजेंट फॉर्म क्या होगा? तीन हो सकता है, इज स्पोकन, एम स्पोकन, आर स्पोकन, क्योंकि बी के ही तीन फॉर्म्स होते हैं। लगा दिया हमने, इंग्लिश इज स्पोकन। 3 महीने में इंग्लिश नहीं सीखी जा सकती है। 3 महीने में इंग्लिश नहीं सीखी जा सकती है। अभी सकती है, कैन। लेकिन सीखना का इंग्लिश लर्न होता है, यहां लर्न यूज करेंगे। हम लोग इंग्लिश नहीं सीख सकते 3 महीने में। वी कैन नॉट लर्न, ये सबके दिमाग में है ना, वी कैन नॉट लर्न इंग्लिश इन 3 मंथ्स। लेकिन इंग्लिश नहीं सीखी जा सकती। अब वो लर्न नहीं रहा, वो क्या बन गया? बी लर्न, राइट? तो हम बोलेंगे इंग्लिश कांट प्लस V1। V1 रख दीजिए, 10 के 10 रख दीजिए।
Can't
वो
be
दिख रहा है?
learned.
No changes. English can't be learned in 3 months. English can't be learned in 3 months. All right. Yes. So I am going to take you guys. I'm going to take you guys to the unit page now. Give me a second. I need to open the books first. Who is singing? Who is singing? Sunita or Tani? Who is singing?
No, I can recite poetry.
You can recite poetry but can't sing. Okay.
Sir, I was.
Who was humming, by the way? Who was it? It was Tani.
I was. Yes, sir.
Oh, it was you. Okay, then. At the end of the class, maybe? Okay. You can sing a song for us. Let's read together. The best-selling video game ever. Over 35 years old, and it is still played all over the world. कौन खेलता है? लोग खेलते हैं, और कौन? उसका मतलब ही नहीं है ना? यहां बोला it means it refers to the game Tetris.
Tetris.
Tetris
Tetris.
is still played all over the world. अभी भी पूरी दुनिया में खेला जाता है.
जाता
It is still played all over the world. अब यहां पर से आप देखिए, be played. Can you see? Be played is played. Is क्यों? Because we are talking about Tetris. All over the world. It is said. कौन कहता है? People say. People say. लेकिन हिंदी में भी तो है, कहा जाता है. कहा जाता है मतलब कौन कहता है? लोग कहते हैं. People say. लेकिन people say है नहीं हमारे पास तरीका है यहाँ पर. It is said. हाँ देखिए, is said. क्या है ये? Is said. Be said. It is said that it is difficult to find a video game player. It is difficult to find a video game player who has never heard of Tetris. It is difficult to find a video game player who has never heard of Tetris. It is such a popular game. Over 495 million have been sold worldwide till date, अब तक. And it is still selling. अभी भी बिक रहा है. It is still selling. 495 million have been sold worldwide. How many have been sold? 495 million have been sold. And it is still selling. The game has a long and unusual history. It has a long history and an unusual history. Different. It was created in Russia. It refers to Tetris. Tetris was created in Russia. Be verb, can you see? Be created. Be created. Past form was created. It was created in Russia in 1984. By who? Alexei Pajitnov.
No.
टॉपिक क्या है? टेट्रिस ना, तो टेट्रिस के बारे में बात हो रही है. टेट्रिस was created in Russia. The focus is not on the right creator. The focus is on the game. It was created in Russia. That is our topic. That is our topic. Tetris was created in Russia in 1984 by Alexei Pajitnov, an artificial intelligence researcher at the Russian Academy of Science in Moscow. Pajitnov invented games as a hobby. It was his hobby to create or invent games. He invented games as a hobby. He created games as a hobby. Create and invent are synonyms, yes or no? Create and invent are synonyms, yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Of course, create something, invent something, right?
Yes.
All right, not all the times. Everything created was not invented, but everything that was invented was created. Okay. Pajitnov invented games as a hobby, and many of them were enjoyed. Can you see be enjoyed? Can you see be enjoyed hidden here? Many of them were enjoyed by his colleagues at the academy. Tetris most of all. So his friends, his colleagues enjoyed many of the games he created, but they most enjoyed, okay, Tetris. The game became so popular, it spread from Moscow to Budapest. The game became so popular, it spread from Moscow to Budapest. And in 1989, it was discovered. It was discovered by a British software publisher. It was discovered by a British software publisher. A lot of times people say, what is the difference between invent and discover? It is clear here. When you invent something, you create it for the first time. Nobody knew about it. It's a new thing. You invent it. Discover, it was there. People didn't know about it. It was there. Gold was discovered or invented. Radio was discovered, radio or invented? Radio was?
Invented. Invented.
Radio waves were discovered or invented? Clear? Okay. I'm glad that you guys are answering these things effortlessly because you understand the concept. You make something new, you invent it. Something was there, people didn't know about it. You found out, you discovered it. So it was discovered by a British software publisher and then exported to the US. It was exported to the US. Tetris is the biggest selling video game by far. Tetris is the biggest selling video game by far. So far. Minecraft is the only other video game to have sold over 100 million units. Okay. Tetris is the biggest selling video game by far. Minecraft is the only other video game to have sold. अब यहां पर थोड़ा सा आपको लगेगा, I know, to have sold. मैं explain करूंगा later. Okay. This part, highlight this part. We will talk about it a bit later. Tetris is the biggest selling video game by far. Minecraft is the only other video game to have sold over 100 million units. Why has it remained so popular for so many years? Why has it remained so popular for so many years? Normally what happens, one game comes, people play it for some time, they get bored with it, and they move on to something new. But this game has remained so popular for such a long time. What's the reason? Why has it remained so popular for so many years? There are a great many classic video games. There are a great many classic video games. This is one way of writing a lot of. A great many. There are a great many stars in the sky. There are A great many stars in the sky. There are a lot of stars in the sky. A great many layers of sand in a sandwich. What is that called? There are a great many layers. Which sandwich, guys? Which sandwich is the biggest sandwich in the world? Nobody knows. It's named after a cartoon character. You read about it in the course. There are a great many classic video games. A great many means a lot of. So what is it? So what is it about Tetris that has made it so universally popular? What is it about Tetris? What is that thing about Tetris that has made it so universally popular? Some games are popular in Japan, some games are popular in America, But why? What is it about this game? What is it about this game that has made it universally popular? Everywhere people are crazy about it. It is an easy puzzle game to play. One reason is it is an easy puzzle game to play. It's made up of colored squares. You can see here. It's made up of colored squares. It is made up of. It is made up of. Be made up. Be made up. Simple enough to be played by everyone. Simple enough to be played by everyone. Be played. Be played. Passive form. Simple enough to be played by everyone, young and old, but it is mastered by only a few. Be mastered. Passive form is very basic. You have to see be done pattern. It is mastered by only a few. Give me a second. Hello? Just a second. Guys, I'll be right back. Give me 2 minutes. Okay, for 2 minutes, you guys chit chat with each other. I'll be right back.
Hi, Tani, why are you still laughing?
Hello?
Hi, why are you still laughing?
Nothing.
Vikas is also smiling a little bit. Why you guys won't share with me? I also want to have a small giggle or a laugh.
Your voice is very nice, yeah.
My
Can you be
voice?
on camera?
Yeah.
Oh my God, thank you. I don't think so, man. It's really high pitched. And in real life, people who hear me in person daily, they be like, it's irritating to ears. I don't know. But on like mobile phone, when I'm talking
I,
virtually to people,
I
they
think
always
you are
say
a
it's
talkative
sweet.
bird.
I am, but
Very,
I don't have many friends to
very
talk to.
nice.
Thank you, thank you. Thank you so much, Tani.
Tani.
Tani, Tani.
Tani. Tani
Tani.
Burma.
Okay, Tani Verma. Hi, Yasmin, madam. Actually, when I was telling me that other day that you were missing me and you were saying like, where is she? So I was so glad that you asked him about me.
Where are you, Yasmin ma'am?
Hello. Hi, everybody.
Yeah. Palak said something, but I think you
Actually, I
have
didn't.
attention.
I don't listen.
You don't have
Sorry,
attention.
sorry for that. What was Palak saying? Hello.
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
saying
Your
that
voice is
I was saying that Vinay was telling me that Yasmin madam was asking about me. So I was like, oh my God, that's an honor. I'm so much like grateful. Thank you so much that you actually were asking about me when I wasn't in the class.
Oh.
Sanjeev and his friend also attending this class.
Yes, ma'am. He's my friend, but he's mm, such a
You want to
a
join?
student.
Oh, he's also such a student. Okay.
Sir, a student.
Oh, a student.
Yeah.
What? Your sir is very smart, so it makes sense.
Jasvi, where are you? Sometime you are in on the way. Sometime you are in the I think shop.
क्लास में सर और आपने इस बारे में बोला था उनका कॉल नहीं आया सर। जी 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 अभी हम क्लास में ही है सर, हम 8:30 बजे आपको कॉल बैक करें सर। जी जी ठीक है सर बॉबी। So yeah, it is simple enough to be played by everyone, young and old, but it is mastered by only a few, which is the case with English. It is easy enough to be learned, so that you can just communicate a little bit in a year or so, but it is a difficult language to master. It can be played on any computer. It can be played on any computer. Can be played, just look at this, be played. After can we use the V1, just the base form. It can be played on any computer. In Hindi, किसी भी कंप्यूटर पे खेला जा सकता है, ऐसे बोलिए ताकि समझ आए कि आपने पैसिव कहा, खेला जा सकता है। और अगर वी से बोलते हैं, वी से बोलिए, चलिए इसी बात को स्टार्ट विद वी, वी वी पीपल, come on, people can play this game
on any computer.
थोड़ा सी दिमाग में चलाइए दोस्तों ताकि आपका क्लैरिटी आए। People can play this game on any computer. You don't need the latest model. You don't need the latest model on any computer. Okay, some games require very high, GPU or what do you call it, the processor and stuff. And people in every country can play. People in every country can play. Some games are prohibited, banned in certain countries. People in every country can play this game, Tetris. Its simplicity means its simplicity, the simplicity of this game. It's ITS, a possessive adjective, just like my, just like his, just like our, just like your. There is a word its. My plan, my value, your value, his value, its value. Understand? My color, your color, its color. This is a possessive adjective, ITS. Its simplicity means the simplicity of this game. Its simplicity means you can play as you go. You can play as you go, anywhere, anytime. You don't have to sit at a place to play. You can be on the go and you can play it. You don't have to sit and play. You don't have to sit and play for long periods of time. You don't have to sit and play. You can play it for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, even when you're walking, even when you're sitting on the bus, okay, which people can play almost every game nowadays that way. In 1989, the Nintendo Game Boy was launched. In 1989, past tense, the Nintendo Game Boy was launched in Japan. This is that Game Boy, Nintendo Game Boy. And Tetris was the perfect game for this. For this Game Boy, Tetris was the perfect game. The first handheld computer. What was the first handheld computer? The Nintendo Game Boy was the first handheld computer. Handheld computer, a computer that you can hold in your hand. Now, our mobile phones are also some sort of a handheld computer, as of course it is today with the smartphone. Yeah. It is played by generations of people. It is played by, be played. It is played by generations of people on tablets, laptops, smartphones, and game consoles. It is played by generations of people. Where? On tablets. How do they play it? They play it on tablets, on laptops, smartphones, and game consoles. There is little doubt, no doubt, there is little doubt, no doubt, literally no doubt, that years from now, it will be downloaded. It will be downloaded by our children and grandchildren. Our children and grandchildren will download it. Our children and grandchildren will download it. There is little doubt about it. Okay? Means people should be sure that it will happen. The latest and new version of the most important video game in history. Okay. So children, this is a passive voice text. You have to answer some questions, I think. You have already answered these 3 questions. How old is the game? The game is 35 years old. Who created it? A Russian AI, artificial intelligence researcher called Alexei Pajitnov did it. Where did he work? He worked at the Russian Academy of Science in Moscow. Where did the game spread to? After Moscow. After Moscow, the game spread to Budapest. And from there, it reached the US. Okay, we have some statements here. First thing, correct the false information in these sentences. Correct the false information in these sentences. But to do so, I will give you another help. I'm going to play the audio 10.1. Listen, and while listening, just tick and cross. You don't have to correct anything. Just tick and cross, first of all. Oh, actually, all the sentences are false, guys. All the sentences are false. There are mistakes in all these 8 sentences. First, let me play 10.1 so that you guys can feel more confident about what you're going to do.
Tetris, the best-selling video game ever. Over 35 years old, and it is still played all over the world.
It is said that it's difficult to find a video game player who has never heard of Tetris. Over 495 million have been sold worldwide, and it's still selling.
The game has a long and unusual history.
It was created in Russia in 1984 by Alexei Pajitnov, an artificial intelligence researcher at the Russian Academy of Science in Moscow. Pajitnov invented games as a hobby, and many of them were enjoyed by his colleagues at the Academy, Tetris most of all. The game became so popular it spread from Moscow to Budapest, and in 1989 it was discovered by a British software publisher and then exported to the US. Tetris is the biggest-selling video game by far. Minecraft is the only other video game to have sold over 100 million units.
Why has it remained so popular for so many years?
There are a great many classic video games, so what is it about Tetris that has made it so universally popular? It is an easy puzzle game to play. It's made up of coloured squares, simple enough to be played by everyone, young and old. But it is mastered by only a few. It can be played on any computer. You don't need the latest model, and people in every country can play. Its simplicity means you can play as you go, anywhere, anytime. You don't have to sit and play for long periods of time. In 1989, the Nintendo Game Boy was launched in Japan, and Tetris was the perfect game for this, the first handheld computer. As of course it is today with the smartphone. It is played by generations of people on tablets, laptops, smartphones and game consoles. There is little doubt that years from now it will be downloaded by our children and grandchildren, the latest and new version of the most important video game in history.
10.1 Te-
Loud. Okay, let's see. So guys, can you correct the false information in these sentences? Number 1. Nearly 495 million games have been sold worldwide. Okay. Yeah, where is that information, guys? Here. Yeah. Not nearly 495 million have been sold worldwide. Over 495 million games have been
495
sold
million
worldwide.
games have been sold worldwide.
Repeat. Not nearly 495 million games have been sold worldwide. It is over 495 million games that have been sold worldwide.
Have been sold worldwide.
It was discovered by a Russian publisher. It wasn't discovered by a Russian publisher. It was invented by a Russian, not a publisher, Russian scientist, researcher. Scientist, Russian researcher. There are a couple of mistakes here, a couple of false information. It was discovered by a Russian publisher. It wasn't discovered in the first place. It was invented by a Russian. And that Russian was not a publisher. He was a researcher. Tetris was the only game enjoyed by his colleagues. No. It wasn't the only game enjoyed by his colleagues. They enjoyed all the games that this Russian researcher created. It was his hobby to create games. And all those games that he created, his colleagues played. But yes, they all enjoyed Tetris most. The game is made up of colored circles. The game isn't, ये हमारा लैंग्वेज क्लास है तो वो करना है के लिए काफी नहीं, वो कितना बेसिक है इसको अंदाजा लगाइए. आपको लगता है चैलेंज वहां है सर्कल्स को स्क्वायर बोलना, वो चैलेंज हमारा गाइस, हमारा चैलेंज है सर्कल को स्क्वायर बोलना. क्यों हम उस पर ध्यान दे रहे हैं? चलिए बोलिए. The game isn't made up of colored circles. It is made up of colored squares. Everybody knows circles has to be replaced by squares, but you need to say the whole sentence so that you can practice passive voice sentences coming out of your mouth. It is too difficult to be played by children. No, it isn't. It is very easy to be played by anybody, young or old. Yeah, young and old. It can't be played in many countries. It can't be played in many countries. It can be played in all countries. It is not banned anywhere. It can be played in all countries. Okay. The smartphone was the first handheld computer. The smartphone wasn't the first handheld computer. The Nintendo Game Boy was the first handheld computer. There is some doubt that Tetris will be downloaded in the future. No, There is no doubt, there is little doubt, there is no doubt that Tetris will be downloaded in the future too. आप लोग practice करेंगे with a partner. It's very important. I'm putting the questions in the group. And I'm creating the rooms as well for you guys. Everybody is going to practice, or some people will only listen? Go ahead, tell me now. Are you all going to practice? Because I don't want you to go into the group room and then be quiet. Okay,
Yes, sir.
please let me know now if you are not in a situation to speak or something.
I will not speak. What you gonna do?
Sorry, Palak, did you say something?
Yeah, I did.
What did you say?
You're asking people that I don't want you to only listen. I don't want you to practice. So I said that no, I'm not gonna speak anything. What you gonna do about it? No, what you will do? I dare you
Well,
to do something.
Okay, fine. So, well, hey, so I'm going to put Zafri, are you going to practice, Zafri?
Yes, sir.
Good. Well, I'm keeping 3 people in one room, okay? Go ahead and practice. Here I'm keeping only 2 because, or I don't know. What should I do? Everybody is ready to practice, then maybe I should put them in a group of 2. It will be better, right? Yeah. Talk to each other as well. Practice. Ravi. Yeah. It is 8:30 already. Because our class is only 60 minutes long. Yeah, just a couple of more days. I mean, tomorrow, just tomorrow. Because after that, there will be break. And then we'll meet after Eid and we'll be back to our old time. Yeah, of course. Don't you dare. That one day for me to recharge my battery. Talking about.
Publisher, not a Russian publisher. It was created by Russian scientists, right? Scientist or
Russian scientist.
So,
scientist?
you had a problem with me that you were keeping your camera off there, and in this breakout room, your camera is on, huh?
No,
Oh.
I mean, like, that won't be fair. Like, these 2 guys, my little buddies, were talking to me, and I was like, I'm the only one with the camera off. So,
Okay, so you decided to turn it on. All right.
yeah. And why you were spying on your students?
Oh, yeah,
We
it's
are
my,
meant to be practicing here. Yeah.
it's my job to do so.
Okay.
And
I don't mind.
show me your fingers like this,
Why?
all of them. Okay, the left one, the left hand, That's it. Okay, yeah, fine. All right.
Why?
Okay, let's go to the main session.
What the hell? What you just
Don't think like, idiots, okay? After all, I'm a teacher.
Oh, tell me what you just
I
did
live
right
in this world, but
that.
I'm supposed to be a teacher and I'm supposed to talk about stuff that can be talked about, not nonsense things. Go on. But not. Mobile has
Hello,
completely, huh? Too much exposure.
I'm
Hey,
talking to you,
Vinay,
Vinay.
I know what you were saying. Come on.
So what you did just back?
Nothing. So, uh, guys, time up. We are going to wrap up for today and we will continue tomorrow. Or maybe we will not meet tomorrow. It's Saturday. And we will have a long weekend maybe. Or maybe we'll meet. What do you guys want? Everybody is ready to be here?
Yes, sir.
No.
Okay. Zafri said a loud yes. So yeah. Okay.
What?
Yeah, fine. The class is on.
Ajushi. You are Ajushi.
Yeah.
Yeah, you are.
Let's meet. Bye-bye.
Bye, sir.
Bye, sir. Good night,
Bye.
sir.
Yeah.
Good night, sir.
Yeah.